So much to say, too much a little late. So much to say, too much a little late. When they're gone, let them leave. Turn your head, I can hear you sing.
So I'm going to be using this before I do my makeup, and sorry, excuse my voice this morning. I'm going to be using this Sea Minerals, this Sea Mineral face mask, and I'm going to kind of do not doing a full out costume look, but there's going to be lots of glitter and lots of lots of blues and browns and pearlescent shades. So I'm going to use this real quick.
So I am putting on my primer as usual all over my face and neck, smoothly blending it into my skin, just so the makeup stays on all day.
Then I'm going to take my concealer and I'm just going to put that on my eyes and underneath my eyes to just brighten the areas and make sure that the eyeshadow sticks and stays all day. I normally wouldn't skip the step of putting on foundation, but I'm going to just set my under my eyes because this is a really dark look and you don't want any fallout. Next, I'm going to take this light shade from my peach palette and just go over the brow bone just to lighten the area up. Next, I'm going to take my favorite transition shade from my peach palette and I'm just going to use windshield wiping motions to buff that into the crease. Next, I'm going to take my favorite warm brown shade from my peach palette and I'm going to take it and buff it into the crease using windshield wiping motions just to add a little bit more dimension and depth and more color to the eye. Next, taking my Blush Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics, I'm going to take this purpley brown shade and I'm going to just be packing it on my lid and then more into the crease, just buffing it in a little bit. And you just want to have more dimension in the crease than the lid. And it's more of a smoky eye, but you catch my drift. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite shadows from Urban Decay, Lounge, and I'm going to just take that and pack it on the outer corner of my lid and crease area and just kind of packing it on, making sure that there's a lot of color, like color payoff, and just want to be blending that a little bit towards the inner corner of your eyes. Next, I'm going to take my infallible L'Oreal Midnight Blue shadow, and this is just going to add the blue to our mermaid eyes, because blue is key to a mermaid look, I think. Anyways, I'm taking that and I'm just packing it on my lid all over and making sure that it is just vibrant and there's a lot on the lid, as you can see. And do the same to the other eye. And just packing it on. And I got a little upset with how the eyeshadow kind of went on in the inner corners, so I just decided to work with it. And I was adding a little more of that blue and that just to create some kind of different eye shape, I guess. bringing the eyes closer together, I guess. And I guess it worked. Then I'm gonna take my other favorite Urban Decay color, Dive Bar, and I'm gonna put that in the middle center of the lid just to give that eye a little bit more color. And then I'm just gonna go in with the same lounge color like we used before and just packing on just to reinstate the color and color payoff on there. Taking my Urban Decay brush that I got in my Alice in Wonderland palette, it's clean. We want to make sure it's clean. You go in and you just blend everything together. And did I mention it was clean? It had no eyeshadows on it. It's very key if you don't want to mess up your look. Then I'm going to take that warm brown shade from my peach palette and I'm taking it in the inner corners, just using circular motions, going back and forth, just blending it into the blue. Then I'm going to take my brow bone highlight from the peach palette and go back in and just buff it in the inner corners just to like lighten it up a bit and just underneath the brow bone. And then I'm going to take that same color and I'm not too sure why I did this, but I took it underneath my lower lash line. I probably thought the fallout would be real dark, so I tried anything to like lighten that area up. But it doesn't matter because we're just going to put some more color underneath the lower lash line. And then I'm just checking everything, blending everything, just making sure that the colors just blend well together using circular and windshield wiping motions. Then I'm going to take this rusty red-brown color, which is one of my favorites as well. I'm just going to take that with a small detailed brush underneath my lower lash line just to give it a little bit more of that smoky eye effect.
Let them leave. Turn your head. I can hear you sing.
Then I'm going to take this army green color, bless her heart, from my peach palette and go over the red brown color. And I'm going to take my Foil Eyes 2 palette from BH Cosmetics and I'm taking a light color and I'm going underneath my brow bone just to highlight it in the inner corners as well. Taking my Urban Decay Lip Topper glitter, I'm just going to use that as a glitter primer and take that all over the lid and the inner corners just to prime my eyes for when I put on the glitter. And then I'm just going to take my two glitters, they're two different kinds, the brown and silver glitter is from H&M and the blue glitter is from SYN Cosmetics. I'm just packing it on my lids, just making sure the concentration of the glitter is closer to my innermost part of my lid. Then I'm just going to mix the SYN Cosmetics blue glitter and the BH Cosmetics glitter together just to make a really beautiful tealy iridescent blue color. And I'm going to pack that in my innermost corner of my lids, just blending it out into my lid. And I'm taking my green sparkly liner from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm just going underneath the lower and in the lower lash line, just focusing it on the innermost part of my lower lash line. I'm taking my Hard Candy liquid liner in silver lining, and I'm going over the green and innermost part of my eyes. Then I'm taking more of the green and going over it all. Then I'm going to take my Foil Eyes palette again, and mixing the white and the light blue, I'm going to mix that and put it in the innermost corner of my eyes just to really brighten up my inner corners.
So much to say, too much a little late. When they're gone, let them leave. Turn your head.
As always with eyebrows, you really want to fill in the sparse areas and make sure that it's shaped the way you want. With this look, I really wanted some strong eyebrows because nothing is better than a strong shaped eyebrow with a bold eyeshadow look. It just really makes it more structured and just really, really symmetrical, I guess, from just a natural kind of eyebrow look.
It's a mystery to me. I am sure you can hear me say, and we go, and we go, and we go, and we go,
I'm going to take my powder brush and just dust away all the fallout that we had. Then I put my foundation on all over my face and neck. Then in this next frame, you see me trying to like lighten up the inner corners a little more, because I wasn't sure how I was feeling about the eyeshadow in the innermost corners next to my nose, but I tried to lighten it up. Then I just contoured my cheekbones the way I usually do with the dark brown color. You can go for a lighter color if you want. I wanted a stronger jawline for this look, so I really packed on the color. Just sucked in my cheeks, like made a fishy face, and I just really wanted everything strong in this look, like strong contour, strong jawline, so I just contoured the crud out of my face. I think I went a little bit too heavy with the color, but all in all, I think it turned out alright. Then I tried to contour my nose with a bigger brush, and that usually does not work. I've seen people do it with smaller brushes, and it really does work with smaller brushes. Then I took on the task of trying to make myself shimmer like a mermaid, taking that lounge color again and buffing it into my contour just to make it look a little bit more like a mermaid. But you can skip this step, it doesn't look very natural. Then I took my highlight stick and I just highlighted my cheekbones, down my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, everything. Then I went over everything with a translucent powder. Then I took my NYX pink lip liner and I lined my lips, filling them in. You can normally go for a neutral, natural lip color more than a bright pink. I think it would look way better, but I kind of over exaggerated my lips a bit and just making sure that you get the natural line, and if you want to make them fuller you can overextend the line, and yeah, just filling them in and rubbing my lips together. And this is the final look. Well, it's not the final look because I didn't add any mascara or liner, but then I found my purse and it had everything in it, my eyeliner, my mascara, so I just went over it with some liquid liner and mascara, and that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun putting this look together for you guys. As always, I think you guys are amazing, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever it may be.